Oh, I get it. X, 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 X. Oh, I get it. It does look like those are the... Let me try that again. Yeah. Oh, I get it. It does look like those are the names of all the ports along the ship's route. It looks like only one of those has a time on it, though. The time on the last line, right? 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Perhaps that's the arrival time? Perhaps. Perhaps. Use the pocket watch and the thermometer. Sorry. Oh, thank you, May. I don't know if you're here yet, but thank you. Okay. A digital scoreboard or something like that. On the left side, it's got the names of the ports the ship will stop at along its route. Sorry, route for those Americans. The last line says 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. That must be the estimated time of arrival at the final port. Hmm? Oh, perhaps. Whoa, what's he doing? Excuse me, Junpei. Hey, he just took my pocket watch. Hey! What the hell are you doing? Just trust me. Okay. It should be fine now. Well, thanks for giving me the pocket watch back, but you don't need to look so smug about it. Let's see what he... Oh, he moved the hands. 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Oh, so you changed it to match the final arrive time. Ace nodded slowly. You know what to do next, right? Give it a shot. Well, there's this peculiar space in this door. Looks like this is some sort of lock. It's got a weird shaped indentation on it. Actually, it's shaped just like the pocket watch I've got. Let's try putting this in there. Ta-da! Yes! It says open now! I can read! Good work! It seems you were successful. Well done, Junpei. Hey! Clover! What? Look, we unlocked the door! Now we can get out of this room. Oh. Well, let's go then. Clover. Aw, Clover. You found it! I did. Thank you, game. So positive. Well, she found out about Snake, right? First he was missing, and then they found him smashed to pieces, so, you know. She's a little bit traumatized. She's met with a terrible fate. It's a very good way to put it. Thank you, Happy Mask Salesman. The space they found themselves in outside of the wheelhouse, was far too narrow to be called a hallway. On their left was a wooden door. Junpei pushed it open and stepped into the room beyond. It was full of all manner of turn-of-the-century electronic equipment. Most of them were things they'd never seen before. They had no idea what they might have been for, let alone how to operate them. One smaller machine had a metal bar that ended in a circular handle. Ace seemed to recognize it. Ah, yes, a telegraph key. These were used to transmit Morse code a long time ago. He turned and slowly took in the room. This must be the communication office. Across the room from the door they'd entered through was another door. A metal plaque was nailed to it. It read, Captain's Quarters. The Captain's Quarters? That's what it says. Then do you think... I am Zero, the captain of this ship. Ace swallowed. Junpei could feel his hands begin to sweat. Only Clover seemed unaffected. Well, we won't know if we don't open it. She walked up to the door and put her hand on the knob. It opened easily, and without so much as a pause, she walked in. Junpei and Ace followed. The first thing they saw... was a man on the floor covered in blood. Junpei felt his body seize up. His mouth went dry and he felt very, very cold. The blood in his veins slowed to a crawl and his heart tightened like a fist. This was the third time he'd seen the horror of death laid out before him. He didn't think it was something he could stand to see much more of. Still, he had begun to accept that whatever it was that he saw, whatever happened to him was beyond his control, and whatever force controlled him was driven by a determination that he could not hope to match. You know he did. A sense of helplessness of desperation washed over him. It left behind a feeling of utter emptiness that wormed its way through his body like acid. Then he realized they had yet to check the man's pulse. Perhaps he was still alive. Fueled by the spark of hope, Junpei ran to the man's body, and his heart fell. Ugh. His fingers on the man's neck felt no pulse. His pupils had dilated, and he wasn't breathing. Junpei, this is not the time to laugh. Stop laughing me. Junpei lifted the man's already stiff body. There was a deep red wound on his chest. Junpei did not have to wonder long at what could have made such a wound. For lying next to the corpse was an axe. The entire blade of it was drenched in bright red blood. For the shape of the man's wound, there could be no doubt that it had been made by the axe. Junpei looked at the body again. A lake of blood stretched out around it. It was wearing the clothes of a ship's captain, although they were stained with blood. A captain. Did that mean that this man was Zero? On his left hand was a bracelet. The number on the bracelet was 0. It was only then that Junpei noticed the stench of blood that filled the room. He couldn't help but laugh. There was nothing else for him to say. It was too simple, too obvious, too straightforward. If there hadn't been a dead man on the floor, Junpei might have thought it was a joke. Just randomly. Escape now! Okay. Let's do this. Music box. Junpei is truly an ace detective. Unlike the other Junpei, ace defective. So, there's a drawer here. Aha! What's the deal with this? Is it some kind of code? There are 4 rows of numbers and letters. They all start with a 0 and end with 8, F, N, or V, respectively. Maybe this has something to do with number bases. There's a bunch of weird buttons on here. They probably switch what you see on the screens. Do you know how to work this thing? Why don't we just press one of these? Like, this one! Oh, well, look what you did. Well, I guess it doesn't change the... What the hell is this? Junpei snorted with grim humor for the second time since he'd come into the room. The 4 screens along the bottom had a single letter each, spelling out 0. Junpei felt as though he was being mocked. The real villain was somewhere laughing at him. What do you think? He turned to Clover, who was standing next to him. Her voice was almost too low to hear. Nothing. It seemed that she cared about little. Of course, Junpei could hardly blame her. Given the strain she was surely under, Junpei was somewhat surprised she had responded at all. Still, he had to ask. He gestured toward the corpse. What about him? Do you think that's really 0? Clover shook her head weakly. There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? 0's one of us. Yeah, right. I know it's important to figure out who this guy is, but don't you think we should figure out how to get out of here first? But please, I don't want to waste any more time. Clover looked miserable, as if she could start crying at any moment. Junpei just didn't have the heart to tell her no. All right, sure thing. Was his mind playing tricks on him? Junpei wondered. For a moment, he could have sworn he'd seen Clover smile. Aha. Alright, this screwdriver ought to make short work of this music box. And we get a cylinder. And we get some ink. So we should probably combine this and this. I guess I'll put the ink on the cylinder. Let's go over. What do we have here? Ah. Hey, what is this? It's blank. There's nothing written on it. Now I just gotta roll the cylinder across a piece of paper, and if I'm right, the ink should... Aha! An early telecommunication device, most likely used to transmit a radio signal of some sort. I experimented with it earlier, but to no avail. I imagine it's broken. Okay. This is a really long cable. The tip is hooked onto one of the desk drawers. Okay. There's a pair of headphones on the desk. Okay. What else can I click on? Oh, I didn't mean to click on file. Let me go back. There we go. Maybe this? Alright, I've got the Morse code I'm supposed to enter. If I do this right, something will happen. I hope. Alright, let's give this a shot. There we go. That model is a lie. This is the Junpei from Persona 3. Wow, he's learned a lot then. Like, a lot. A lot. He's vastly improved in how smart he is. That's the last one, and... Yes! Excellent work, Junpei. Good job. I feel like Ace is my teacher. Thank you, Sensei. You seem to have figured it out. You've unlocked the drawer. I've unlocked the drawer. Which one was... Was it this? Oh, yeah. A book. A red file lay in the drawer. Junpei reached down and picked it up. The cover read... All ice. But was it supposed to say all ice? There wasn't a space between the L and the I, or I guess it could say Alice, but it doesn't look like Alice to me. There wasn't a space between the L and the I. Were they trying to say that all ice was a single word? It's kind of confusing to read. It was an interesting thought, but it left Junpei's mind quickly as he opened the file. What lay inside was far more interesting and far more confusing. Whoa. Each page was covered with strange characters. They looked like tiny drawings of birds, snakes, insects, horned animals, wings, and even kneeling humans, so they're hieroglyphics. There were many pages in the file, and each was full of these strange symbols. What the hell is this? He didn't realize he'd spoken out loud until Ace looked over at him. They're hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt? That's right. Can you read them? Of course. I can't. What would make you think I could? What the hell? Junpei flipped through a few more pages. It wasn't just one or two pages that were covered in the strange symbols. Every single page was covered in them. Trying to read them was pointless. Junpei wasn't going to waste any more time with them. He made to close the file. And something fell out. He bent down and picked it up. Aha! A keycard. There was a symbol on it that reminded Junpei of the symbols for the Saturn and Mercury keycards. This one, however, had a dot in the center of the male symbol. Uranus. That's the Uranus symbol. Junpei looked over to see Ace Uranus. Great. Here come all the elementary school jokes. To see Ace examining the card. In addition to the Uranus symbol, there were 3 words engraved on the card as well. On the lower right, it said Bottom Deck Library. Was the bottom deck a library? Whatever might be there, however, would have to wait. At the moment, there was nothing Junpei could do. It's true. Excellent. It does look like that. He gripped the key card tighter and shoved it deep into his pocket. Ah, there's a key too. Unique key. So I wonder if that I wonder if that goes into that that door. I wonder. Which way do I go? Is it this way? Does the key go in here? Key! The control panel for the electronic lock. Looks like it's got a keyhole on the bottom right. Maybe the key I got earlier. Sweet, just had to put that key in and now it's on.
Junpei, look! There's a minus sign on the screen.
There are 8 of them. That probably means we've got to put in 8 digits.
Do you think you can figure it out?
Probably. 8 digits, huh? Once I put in the 8-digit number, I just press eat it. Yeah, okay. And if I mess up, blah, 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 blah. Hooray! Yes! It worked!
Good job, Junpei! Thank you.
Excellent! Again! Excellent! You seem to have unlocked it. Good work, Junpei. You've said that like 6 times to me, honestly. 6 times. Alright, not that I've been counting. Let's go!
Let's go. We can do it.
Hooray, we're free! They stepped out of the captain's quarters and into another hallway. The hallway stretched out in front of Junpei for a bit, before turning left like a great backward L. Junpei rounded the corner and took off down the straightaway. He ran, and ran, and ran. At the end of the hallway was a door. He made straight for it. He was nearly halfway to it when he noticed a piece of paper in the middle of the floor. What was a piece of paper doing in the middle of the hallway? Junpei skidded to a halt. He dropped down to his hands and knees and quickly tore the paper off of the floor. Now that he had a chance to examine it more closely, it was clear that it was a map. More specifically, a map of the ship's interior for the A deck. Pant, pant, pant. What's wrong? Ace, slightly slower by virtue of his advanced age, had finally caught up to Junpei. Junpei said nothing, simply showed Ace what he had found. He looked at it long enough to determine what it was and nodded. I see. With that, he began running again, past Junpei. Junpei shoved the map into his pocket and got up to follow Ace, but something stopped him. Hey, where's Clover? He turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen. Damn it, what the hell is she up to? Junpei muttered angrily under his breath, and, well, that wasn't really muttering, and took off back the way he'd came. As he stomped around the corner, he saw her. She was standing in front of the door to the captain's quarters, her hand on the doorknob. As Junpei watched, she closed it gently and quietly. What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing? Clover had unconsciously put her hands over the pockets of her jacket, as if trying to hide something. What the hell is that?
What?
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is... I wonder.
What the hell?
Come on, we gotta hurry!
With that, Clover ran straight past a somewhat confused Junpei. As she did, he caught a glimpse of her back. Sliding up from her collar was something that looked like a big wooden stick. Sorry, sticking up from her collar, not sliding up. Hey, Clover, what the hell's that thing on your back? She didn't respond. Instead, she quickly turned the corner and disappeared. Junpei did his best to convince himself that it would make sense later and ran off after Clover. Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs. It was just what he'd expected to see after reading the map. His I see after reading the map himself meant that Ace had probably realized the same thing. Junpei looked around, but Ace was nowhere to be seen. He put his hand on the handrail and leaned over to look down. There he was. And not just Ace, Santa, June, Seven, and Lotus as well. Junpei and Clover glanced at each other and hurried down the stairs. They reached B deck at the same time.
Junpei! Clover!
June's face was excited. Something had happened, that much Junpei could tell by simply looking at her. What's up? Given their situation, he was not inclined to be excited about sudden developments. June, however, couldn't contain herself.
We found it!
Found what?
We found it!
What did you find?
The last door! We found door 9!
What? Come on, just follow us. We'll explain on the way. Okay, let's go. 7 turned and jogged off down the stairs. The rest followed.
We finally made it!
The relief and excitement in her voice echoed what each of them had felt. Yeah, it's finally time. Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe they'd really done it, at least not just yet. Still, if everyone said that it was door 9, then it probably was. He could feel his heart racing. A mixture of anticipation and fear ran through his veins, and he could feel his legs shaking. He was doing his best to maintain a sense of healthy skepticism, but he couldn't deny that the prospect of escape was an exciting one. But there was one thing he couldn't get off his mind. The numbered door could only accommodate between 3 and 5 people. There were 7 of them on their way to door 9. That meant that even in the best case scenario, there would be 2 of them who would have to stay behind. 2 people. He didn't have any solution to that problem yet, but he was desperately hoping one would present itself. Junpei looked over at the clock. The hands indicated that it was 4:30. They had 90 minutes before their time was up. Hey! Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up! Santa's voice jolted Junpei out of his reverie.
Let's go, Junpei!
June took off down the stairs, jogging as quickly as she could. Junpei followed. They were quiet for a while until... They had just reached C deck when Clover spoke.
Hey, what about door 2?
Everyone else stopped. They all turned to look at Clover. 7 spoke. What about door 2?
Door 2 is the only one we haven't gone through it, we haven't gone through it, I mean.
Yes, that is true. That's Clover.
Are you guys okay with that? Not investigating it, I mean?
So what? We found door 9. We don't need any of the other doors.
What's the point? What's the point in going to door 9? We can't all go through it, can we? Then we should do what we have to do before we go any further. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. The best way to finish it quickly is to do the border pieces first, you know? Or what? You think all 7 of us should go through door 9? And then we argue over who stays behind and who gets to go? Do we really want to do that again? Who knows? If we check out door 2, maybe we'll find something. Maybe we can find a way to get all of us out. I don't know what might be in there. We might not find anything. But don't you think it'd be better to at least have a look? I mean, am I wrong? Does that sound wrong to you guys?
Don't you guys...
don't you guys?
Yeah, you do have a point. The others nodded in agreement. The last time I checked the clock, it was 4:30. It's not like we've got a lot of time, but if we're quick about it, we might have time to take a look.
You're right. Let's go take a look at door 2.
They were back in front of the elevator. Nearby was the large hospital room. The elevator could take them down to door 2. After a few minutes of discussion, they decided that Clover, Santa, June, and 7 would go.
Alright, let's get going. I'll see you later.
Okay, be careful. They climbed into the elevator and Junpei listened to the creak and rattle, listen to it creak and rattle its way to the bottom deck. Only Junpei, Ace, and Lotus were left. As the elevator rumbled out of sight, Ace spoke. Lotus, would you be so kind as to go with me? Go with you? I didn't think people still talked that way outside of the 1950s. Well, I'm a mother. Would that be a problem for you? That wasn't what I meant to... I was hoping you would come with me. Seriously, though, I was kidding. So, where was it you wanted to take me? There's something I wanted to show you. Hey man, what the hell? I'm not important enough? Well, it's not like that. Once I've shown Lotus, I'll show you. Really? Of course. Ace's smile was friendly. Fine. Do whatever you want. Thank you. Are you coming, Lotus?
Fine. Doesn't look like they're going to be back anytime soon. I might as well go see whatever it is you think is so important.
Thank you. Well then, shall we go?
Ace turned and began to walk. Lotus followed. They disappeared into the hallway on the left. So awkward. So awkward. Junpei wasn't sure how long they'd been gone when the elevator suddenly opened. A single person stood there. Clover. She looked at Junpei, then slowly, purposefully stepped out of the elevator. The door closed behind her.
Where's everybody else? What happened?
She didn't answer. Instead, her eyes swept the room and then settled on Junpei. Where are Ace and Lotus? Junpei explained what had happened. Oh, then they went over there? Her voice was small and timid.
Yeah, I think so.
He repeated his earlier question.
So, where are June and Santa and Seven? Why aren't they with you?
You really want to know? There was something wrong with her smile.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Here, let me show you. Clover pulled something out of her pocket and tossed it onto the floor at Junpei's feet. He looked down. On the floor in front of him were 3 metal rings. Bracelets.
Oh my god. Oh, holy shit! Junpei collapsed. No. No way. This gotta be some kind of joke. This can't be real!
Junpei's body felt like rubber. His heart felt like a cold lump in his chest and his hands shook uncontrollably. Sweat poured down his face. The 3 bracelets sat there on the floor before him. He could see the numbers on their faces. 3, 7, and 6. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1, you escape from the ship. 2, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
But why?
Junpei's voice was flat and broken. Clover's response was cold. Revenge for my brother. He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the 2 that opened the door with him? It could only have been Santa and Seven. That's why I killed them.
But why? Why did you kill June?
Because she tried to protect them. She was in my way. She had to die too.
No. No. No!
Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to wake himself from what had to be a dream. Hello! Nice to see you again. It couldn't be real. It just couldn't. Hey, Junpei? He felt Clover's hand on his shoulder. Her smile was wrong. Horribly wrong. Her face looked like a mask made from stretched human skin. The smile that parted her lips did not extend to her eyes. They were dead and empty. The girl in front of him was no longer the Clover he had known. Perhaps she was not even human. Let's go. Her hand reached out toward him. Let's get out of here. Let's leave this ship.
What the hell are you talking about? To open a numbered door?
Yes, I know. You need at least 3 people. But as long as we have this... Once again, Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out. It was another bracelet. Junpei could see the number on the face. 0. 0.
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is... You get it now? If we have the zero bracelet, we can leave. You and I can open door 9 with just the two of us. See? So let's go. Come on! Hurry up!
She shoved out her hand again. Junpei looked up at Clover. She had the face of a demon. But there was something else. There was a holy light that surrounded her. She was both a fierce god and a benevolent goddess filled with love.
Junpei?
Her voice was soft. Her eyes weren't empty anymore. They were deep, so deep, Junpei could feel himself falling into them. He felt dizzy. There was something oddly bewitching about her. His mind was beginning to crack, and his heart began to melt.
Junpei.
The hand she was offering him, it looked so soft, so inviting. Junpei reached out with his own trembling hand and closed it over hers. Sorry, he said herk. Yell, death yell. Junpei writhed in agony. He shuddered and twitched, his body spasming as he went into shock. He screamed until his throat was torn and bloody, then screamed more. His cries echoed across the room. Eventually, his movements slowed, then faded. There was no more strength left in Junpei. He could feel his body begin to go numb. He no longer felt pain. He no longer felt anything. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. The last remnants of his mind began to fade. Even as his vision faded to nothingness, he saw Clover.
Thanks, Junpei. I'm just gonna borrow this, okay?
Her smile was cold. What was left of Junpei's conscious mind drifted away. All that was left was a twisted, broken corpse. Dun dun dun.
Whew!
And we did it. Yes, let's save. Let's see if we can do another ending before I have to go for dinner. Because then usually when I come back from dinner, I like to, what do you call it? So we got the axe ending. Ooh, okay. Sorry. Okay, let's go for the next one. How many have I done? So there's 1, 2, so there's 3 left, but I have to do this in a particular order. Thank you, yes, I do have some help here, so hopefully we'll do okay here. We have to go after one in particular right now. You'll start at the beginning of the game, yes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, technically 2 endings left, and then the big one. So let's do this. Let's do this again. Almost. Almost. Let's see how quick we can do this stuff. As well. Do I I plan on streaming for much longer today? Yes! I always stream really, really long. A good couple of hours, usually 9 hours or more. It's just I switch games after a while, so I usually play this until about 7 o'clock. It's 5:50 now, to give you a... if you're not on the Eastern time zone. I usually stream this till about 7 o'clock, and then I switch to Persona 3 Portable and Tales of Hearts R. It's usually my stream schedule for now. I want to make sure... see, this is the thing about getting endings, is I read it and I comprehend what I'm supposed to do, but then I freak out that I'm going to mess up and I try and read what I have to do again. So... okay, so... hopefully this is all right then. Oops, I gotta do this. Yeah, this next one? So I got all of that stuff. Oh, I didn't do this combined with... oh, I didn't get it yet. I failed. How could I? Blah, 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 blah. Combine... no, not that. Never mind. Combine that with this. Don't really need it, but combine it anyway. And key. I forget the numbers already, though. I hate that. Play through this like a billion times and still forget the numbers. 0263. Hey, May! Welcome, welcome. Oh, that's smart. I have my phone open, so I'm doing something similar to that. I need to go in here. And then I have the red key for this. Ooh, you finally beat Fatal Frame 3! Nice! Yeah, 3 definitely is amazing. It just, like I said before, it scares me the most because it's the one I've played the least, but I do enjoy it. 745. I'm so glad you beat it, though. Yeah, because you're hosting, I said thank you. But I guess you weren't here yet, but thank you. And I have 9 viewers! You know what? I saw it, but I didn't want to say anything, because then I didn't want to jinx it. I was like, whoa, I have 9 viewers while watching 9 hours, 9 doors. I mean, while playing, not watching. Jeez. Okay, let's try the blue cards. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's okay. I think that's the door we have to go through. I'm gonna have to keep checking. Okay, yeah. Wow, we haven't been in this door that I'm about to go in. We haven't been in here for a long time, actually. Since my first initial playthrough, we haven't been in this room, so this will be interesting. Again, to those of you watching, sorry about all the skipping. We are strictly doing ending runs right now, hence all the skipping of the story. Because we've already been through the story. Well, one part of it. In any case. Okay, May. Or, well, I should type it, but my hand is holding down the arrow thing. Wow, the time is 5:55. Impressive. Not really impressive, but impressive. Sorry about my nomming. I apologize. The endings we have done are the knife ending, the sub ending, and the axe ending. Oh, this is spicy. Bad and sub. No, it's the knife ending, the axe ending, the sub ending. By the way, Persona 3 Portable, yes, that will be after I eat some dinner. Akihiko dating simulator thing is after I eat dinner, as well as Tales of Hearts R. Guys, how do you feel about me restarting Tales of Hearts R? Only because I didn't record any of it, I didn't save any of it to YouTube. And if you want me to play that tonight, I feel like I should restart it. That looked so innocent at first. Look at the 9th man just hugging Clover. What a nice, intimate hug. Ugh. Ugh. Yes, all bad ends. But yeah, because I want to try, I'm going to try, I don't know if it'll happen, but I want to try and put all of my Tales of game stuff on my YouTube channel. Oh, that's perfect, Tex. Well, to help you out, it's almost 6 o'clock here, so about maybe, what is that, 2 hours? Give or take? Yeah, I was a butt, and I didn't do highlights for YouTube from Tales of Hearts R because I wasn't sure I should make it a thing. If you want, I can restart it, or I can just continue where I am, and I'll record it separately for YouTube if you want. Either way, I'm sure I'd like to play it again after I'm done, but... Ah! I've been waiting for... I heard that in his voice, and I got the dokies. I got the doki doki. Oh my gosh, so I might get the chance? I'm really excited. I might get the chance to meet Troy Baker. Do you understand? Ah! I'm actually really excited. He's going to the convention that I'm going to. And I also wanted to meet Fred and George Weasley, the Phelps twins, who played Fred and George Weasley in the movies, in the Harry Potter movies. And my cousin has graciously offered that if Troy Baker is indeed there on the day we are going, she said that'll be my early birthday present, to meet Troy Baker. So, I mean, hopefully he is going the day we're going. I don't even know what to get him to sign, because my 2 favorite characters from him would probably be... I mean, I haven't really played Vesperia in English, but Yuri... And I've played very little bit of Vesperia in English. And you know, kanji, so then I'm like... I mean, Troy Baker plays a lot of characters, but those are probably my favorites. It's exciting. Ooh, important. I think it's door number 4 I need to go in. Yes, door number 4 we have not been in a very long time. You never played FemC? Obviously, I love playing as FemC. I almost wish she was in all the other stuff. Like, I wish she was in the original PS2 version so I can see the 3D models instead of all the cutouts, but you know. I'm tired of moving. Enough getting up. At least there's someone even I can hug. Oh my gosh. I'm tired of dieting. Enough going to the gym. Say. I know, and he seems like so, I mean, I've seen him in other videos for things. He's been in videos that people didn't know who he was. There was this channel that I guess they like break out into song wherever they go. So like she went to a laundromat and she was singing Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake, and she would just break out into song in the middle of like these people picking up their dry cleaning or whatever, and one of those people was Troy Baker, and they had no idea who each other was, but he was just randomly on the recording. So all you see in the YouTube comments is a bunch of Troy Baker fans going, "Oh my god, it's Troy Baker!" It's so funny. But he was really sweet, and yeah, I really want to meet him. I think it'd be cool. He's awesome. Let's see. I'm still waiting to meet, like, my ultimate favorite voice actors and stuff, though. But Troy Baker's pretty great. He's up there. I want to meet some of the Mass Effect cast, but they never go to Canadian conventions. Jeez. Like, Jennifer Hale is Canadian. Why doesn't she come to Canadian conventions? Sorry. I was reading what I have to do next. Because it's been a while since I've been in this room. Maybe I just have different methods of getting the endings you're thinking of, Val. That might be it. Like Liam O'Brien. I want to meet Liam O'Brien, too. But, you know, Jennifer Hale is the ultimate I want to meet, I think. That's not including Japanese voice actresses, though. Or voice actors. Are you worried about me? I'm always worried about you, June. Always worried. Canada. Canada. Yeah, I never see people like that. I don't know why. Makes me sad. Let's get this. Oh my. What ending am I going for? You're gonna scare me though. You're gonna make me think I picked the wrong thing, and I'm pretty sure I picked the right thing. So, hopefully I'm doing this right. Oh, thank you. May actually did those for me. I'm glad you like them. I love them a lot, so she did that for me. She's good with that stuff. I'm not so good with that stuff. I'm sure you can tell. I'm not really a Photoshop kind of person. I'm a Microsoft Paint kind of person, and even then, I'm not very good at it. So we get a key. I'm just do very basic stuff. Okay, let's go. Liam O'Brien and Sam Riegel. I want to meet Sam Riegel. And Yuri Lowenthal and Aaron Fitzgerald and oh god, none of these people go to the conventions that I go to. I gotta go to the other. I got to go to the other side. I don't know why I said it in an accent. I apologize. I apologize! Oh my gosh, no, that was terrible. Terrible. Oh, Brandon Keener? Oh my gosh, he's on my Jennifer Hale list of people to meet. Brandon Keener's amazing. He's really nice too. He's very active on his, if you use Facebook and you follow his Facebook page, he's very active on it. I mean, he may not always reply to your comment, but he'll at least like your comment, which is pretty big for a, you know, I don't know, getting voice actors to like your comments or acknowledge that you exist and read stuff that you say is really nice. What am I doing? Oh, I did the wrong. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I did the wrong. I gotta grab that. Whoopsie. Let's combine this with the matches and we create the candle and now we can go in the room. Hooray! That's how light works. But yeah, Ali Hillis is another great voice actress. She'd be nice to meet too. Make sure to record Troy while saying, "I'm ready to be born, damn it!" I almost wanted him to voice the whole "I'm gonna renovate your ass" though. It was quite brilliant. Sorry, sometimes I just do random accents like that. Ooh, Matthew Mercer! Yee! Except for Alvin. Alvin's a jerk. I have a love-hate relationship with Alvin, okay? Alvin! You know, you remember that. Anyone that was here for my Exilia playthroughs. I abused that Alvin button. Did that already. Oh, I got to, key. Ta-da. And also take the, no, take the thing on top. There we go. Yes, he does. Hey, clone. Arubin! Wow, you're going way back to like the before Exilia was out in English playthrough when I played it in Japanese. Arubin! Arubins. See, one of the only, I mean, so far that I can recall, one of the only Japanese voice actors I really have a crush on is Jude's voice. His Japanese voice. Ooh, the Danganronpa cast. Yeah, like, Chiaki's voice actor. What's her name again? Christina Cabanos, I believe. She's great. It'd be nice to meet her. I think she's on, I think she's in the new, I don't watch the dub at all, but I think is she in the new Sailor Moon dub? She was in something I really loved, now I can't remember. What do I want to do? Oh god, I think I want to take it. Right? Take it. Is it the bookmark thing? Meow. Okay. Sailor Jupiter. Is she? She's Sailor Jupiter? Oh my gosh, no, but like, I have a lot of choices for Japanese too, but my number one voice actress in Japanese, the seiyuu, that I would like to meet is Koto no Mitsuishi, which is Sailor Moon's voice actress. I would love so much, I would cry. I would probably, I'm already just crying at the thought of it. Get the child, blah, blah, blah. Oh, is that this bathroom? I can't remember which bathroom doesn't have a shower curtain. It's this one! Can I step in it? Can I turn around? There's none. Oh, oh, crap, I just did a thing. Now they talk about perverts and being into that kind of stuff. And now, close it again. Open it. Oops. Oh, nothing happens, so I gotta go to the other bathroom, methinks. Out there. Gonna go visit June, but not really. Gonna go touch this square. Woo. Is that everything? Do I have all the pieces? Methinks. Oh, no, wait, no. Out. 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 Here. Ta-da! Okay. This was supposed to be really simple. I feel like it is. Oh no, did I mess it up? Oh no! Wait. Hold on, let me look at it. I forget what it looks like. There's only like 2 pieces you have to move or something. So there's like this part here, and then this, and then a hook thing. Okay, probably not gonna do this right. Where's the hook part?
Sorry. Ooh, Kana Hanazawa, same here. Except Koto no Mitsubishi wins out for me. For people I want to meet more. But Kana Hanazawa is like probably my second favorite. She's in a lot of things that I like. So this has got to go back up, no? And then like so. And then this. Nani? No. Eh? That's not right, because then there was... But where's the hook part for over here? So wait, turn this. There we go. Hey! Yay, I did it! Me fangirling over Jupiter. Oh, Jupiter is, wait. English Jupiter? Because Japanese Jupiter is... Oh, she's Sailor Saturn. Thank you, that's it. I love Sailor Saturn. She's a precious baby. But, Jupiter in the new Sailor Moon Crystal, is Ibuki. The Japanese one, anyways. I'm not sure about anyone else. And then, as you know, Venus is in Tales of Hearts R. Venus from Crystal, anyway. But the only one that stayed was, Sailor Moon. Koto no Mitsuishi is the only one who's from the original cast and also doing this anime, which I think is tremendous, because she recorded as Sailor Moon all the way back in the 90s, and now she's still Sailor Moon in 2015, which is perfect for me because she's the one. If they picked someone else, I don't know how I'd feel. If you know anything about me, you know how seriously I take my Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon so much. Look, it's your favorite thing, Funya Rimpa. Whatever that is. What is it? Lotus's boobs are so distracting. That's not weird at all. It's the truth. They're just there, right? They just pop out at you because they're boobs and they're sticking out. No shame there, my friend. But we have everything, right? We have what we need. Can we leave? Can I leave? Let's leave. Let's do it. Wow. Santa's all like, alright, let's leave. Why is he so excited? You don't know what it is? Shame on you. I can't wait to cosplay Sailor Moon in September. Ah! I'm so excited, you don't understand. My costume's sitting right here. I'm just waiting for the rest of my cosplay to come in. My wig and my moon wand and stuff like that. Like crescent moon wand. And then I'm done. And then I'm buying Hajime's costume. Because he's gonna come to the convention too. He's gonna go as my tuxedo mask. Which is perfect. Perfect. Girl, don't even mention boobs to me, because boobs remind me Neptunia. You couldn't even finish that sentence in proper English, because the boobs just took over. Boobs. Bobs. Bobs. The Bobs. It's also been a while since I've done this one. Let's save. Okay, but you're talking about Marie, and I miss Chie a lot. I miss Chie so much. I miss her a lot. Gravy Bobs and Lover Baber. How do you remember these things, miss? I think I booted up the game like a couple months ago, and it was that save file with Lover Baber and Gravy Bobs, and I thought of you guys, and I was like, aw. Agri tits, remember when? Sorry guys, it's a reference to my really old stream of Final Fantasy VII when we named all the characters really weird things and inside jokes. Mostly they were all just misspellings of words that happened on the stream. Like Pagri tits. And Lover Baber were all misspelled things that we ended up using as names. Where am I going to the storage room?
Go into the storage room. Which one is the storage room? This one. Oh, right! Okay, I'm slowly starting to remember some things. So I got this. Let's combine this with the whetstone. Doodle fuckoo. Ooh, I have to be careful with some of my options here because there's something I have to pick in particular, right? Okay. Yes, there's something